like a travelling group of players at the moment. I've got this, call it the solo show if you like, that side of things. I did a solo album last year. I'm playing acoustic with just the ballerinas, but Baby Shambles as well. We're playing a lot of festivals. And normally this would be like a period of carnage, you know, just rolling and going through doors and the doors would close, just charging through anyway. Just that was always Baby Shambles, but I was about to say we're more professional now, but I can imagine cursing myself later saying that.
She's the last of the English roses. She's the last of the English roses.
I was introduced to Hannah. She just came around my house and like disappeared with some of my best things, like basically for a couple of months. And at the time, you know, she wasn't that busy, you know, and I was knocking about. We get together and, you know, do some sketching, and it's taken quite a while. But the origins of that really just come from a delight in trinketry, like mostly like antique trinketry, old silver, especially military ribbons, military regalia, uniforms, old rings, eye patches, feathers, hats, and yeah, I suppose in a way for me it was a celebration of all the things that I liked.
A little death around the eye.
Very much self-consciously unstylish and uncool when I was developing, shall we say. Like, I remember when I moved around quite a lot when I was younger and changing schools. Mum made me wear a uniform, kind of, despite the fact that the school didn't require one. So yeah, you can imagine, it's like everyone's in Reeboks and tracksuits and I have to turn up with a dodgy fringe and like grey trousers and black shoes and white shirt and a little tie. And I was like, Mum, you don't have to wear this. She's like, no, you're gonna look smart.
You cook and clean and sew when I tell you to, when I ask you to.
When you meet like-minded people, because that's how cultures form and how bands and things like that start. Just when little nuances like that click with someone else, and that gives you a strength. And so, like, from being that awkward 14-year-old, like by the time I was 18, I was just hell for leather, full on up, like 60s vibe, psychedelic vibe. And but by the time I was 20, there was this huge, like, just gangs really in London. It seemed to congregate like kids from Yorkshire, Liverpool, and then, you know, just lost kids like myself from nowhere. We just, yeah, we just picked up on each other at the same time. Similar dress sense, like similar musical tastes. Yeah, getting squats together and trying to start bands and follow their dreams.
You cook and clean and sew when I tell you to. You dance in school when I want you to. In the hotel room you take your medicine. On all fours.
There's songs at the moment that have been stuck on the treadmill for a while that I need to get finished. There's 2 or 3 songs that are really strong that I'm writing with Mick. I just feel that when they're finished, that'll be a new chapter, you know, because, yeah, but they're really struggling to get out at the moment. I might even have to show them to Carl. See what, because in the old days that's what we do. They had a great idea, I share it with Carl, and inevitably like, something great would happen.
A little death around the eye.
We shared a great friendship. Like I said, it's been very difficult even to communicate with him, even to be in the same room with him for so long. Now it's just like renewal, you know? Everything seems so fresh as well, and all those songs. Yeah, it was a huge part of my life. All those years struggling with Carl for me, it's almost, you know, I did pursue like academia for a while, I tried to, but then meeting him really was what took me away from that. That's the first time I really sat down with instruments, was when I sat down with him and sat down with the guitar. and went out and lived, sort of off the page kind of thing, off the page or off the screen, rather than immerse himself in films and books. All of a sudden I was able to kind of live and put these things into action. And, it was magic. He was a magical character for me. He was, for a while anyway, he was a bit of a myth. He was a friend of my sister's, and that's why I kind of idolised him really, because I wanted to learn guitar as well. And we had grand adventures. Being on stage like regularly and like the start of Don't Go Back into the Sun and the drum. And then he comes in. And I keep reliving it. I think the easy bit, in a way, easier will be getting on stage and playing, because I know I'll give that more. I'll know exactly where I'll be, playing the guitar and singing. I'll be in that moment. I'll be at liberty. The rest of it, I think, is going to be troublesome, That's really my concern, how we manage really everything, because it's going to be full on, and we live in two completely different worlds now, me and Carl. But that world we do share, the liberties and those songs, but with so many other people as well. It's so complicated, it's such a mess, but the songs are so simple. So.
In Arcadia, life trips along, pure and simple as the shepherd's song. Seraphic pipes along the way. In Arcadia, in Arcadia, in Arcadia.